I was muted because I muted it in the other scene. It muted it in this one. Chat, how we doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Tonight, we're going to be back to opening some cards. I know we're excited. I'm excited. You're excited. We have a Final Fantasy Chocobo bundle I've been holding on to since its release. I have not opened this bad boy. It's been really tempting, but I wanted to save it for a good old stream. We also have, you guessed it, a whole box of Lorwyn to go through and see what we get. It should be a fun time. I'm excited to go through and open up some packs. Yeah, we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. I just realized I don't think I enabled the dual stream on... There we go. Okay, we got dual stream going over there as well. Okay, so we're going to be vibing. We're going to be thriving, opening up some stuff. Again, we're at least doing Lorwyn Eclipsed and this bundle tonight. I have some scene boxes we could open. I have some secret layers we could open, so we'll be opening some other stuff throughout the night, possibly. I at least want to open these. I hope everybody's been doing well. I know I've been a little bit slacking on the card content lately, not because I don't have cards to open. I have all these secret layers right here I have not opened. I have the encyclopedia box that I haven't opened. I have this. I have all the scene boxes. I have a lot of stuff. I opened Avatar off stream with the kids because, you know, they're Avatar fans. But overall, going to be having a good time. And hopefully, we're going to get some hits. There's some cards I'm looking for decks. There's also just some really good cards in this bundle. So looking forward to opening some stuff up and seeing how it goes. But always love, you know, getting to hang out, talk Magic the Gathering, and see people's thoughts and get their opinions. I did test out things with the camera ahead of time to make sure that we were all good. I wanted to make sure that, you know, we're seeing cards right. I did open a pack of Lord of the Rings off stream, and I got Titania Voice of Gaia the other day, along with what was the other okay card in here? Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I got Jaloom Tome, which just looks sick as a retro border, and then the Phology Vanguard. So we'll open. Actually, you know, that's what we're gonna kick off stream with tonight. We're gonna kick off stream. You guessed it. We are going to open two things. We're going to open a Rivals of Ixalan pack. So let's kick off with that. We're going to open Rivals of Ixalan, and we're going to open Brothers War, just to kind of kick it off and see how things go for the night, and vibe and thrive from there. If you have questions, suggestions, anything like that, as always, let us know. I picked up both these packs from my local card shop, so if you want to go check out their TCG, you can go check out that. It is Summoning Grounds. And yeah, let's see what we get. We got Fanatical Firebrand here. You know, pay 1, sacrifice for Fanatical Firebrand, deals 1 damage to target player. It's okay. Swaggering Corsair, Sanguine Glorifier, Knight of the Stampede, Fathom Fleet Border, Hardy Veteran, Mutiny, Gleaming Barrier, Cleansing Ray. That actually looks nice. Orzaka Relic, Merfolk Mistbinder, Forsaken Sanctuary, Forerunner of the Coalition. What do we got? We got Kameen's Awakening. Pay 4, Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. If you have the City's Blessing instead, only you draw a card. I like that. Nice. Nice. All right. And then I love opening Brothers War, so we're going to open up Brothers War and see how that goes. Brothers War, I love opening it because it is the card. You know, you can get Transformers cards, and I'm a Transformers fan. Love me some Transformers. So let's have some fun with that and see how it goes. We have Phology Anarchist, Phology Chain Dancer, Perimeter Patrol. Also, the Titania came from Brothers War. I don't know why I said Lord of the Rings earlier. Gixian Skullflayer, Surveyor of Corliss, Hoarding Recluse, Goblin Blast Runner, Thraxodemon, Dwarven Forge Chanter, Disciples of Gix, Demolition Field. Ooh, that's a good one. We like that. Gruesome Realization. Drafna, founder of Latnam. Pay 2, return target artifact you control to its owner's hand. Copy target artifact spell you control. It's a 2/1. Bonesaw. I love retro bordered cards. Pay 0. Equip creature gets +1/+0. Its equip cost is 1. And our holo is Retrieval Agents. Nice. I gotta organize these later. I bought some boxes to start organizing cards, so I just need to get on top of that. You know, gotta start organizing some things and get things taken care of there. But that's a nice little way to start off the stream. Let's hop in to opening up this Final Fantasy Chocobo bundle. Like I said, I've been holding on to this for a while. I picked it up on the release day. I got really, really lucky and snagged it at MSRP. So I was really, really happy with that. Yeah. I obviously, if you haven't watched the channel before, I bought everything Final Fantasy related when it came out. I have the binders, I have deck boxes, I have sleeves. Big Final Fantasy fan. Played Final Fantasy whole time I was through as when I was a kid. This box is not wanting to come out of here. There we go. And I love the box art. If we're being honest. Hold on. We get this little lovely thing here. Back that up a little bit. On the other side, got a little chocobo. Little chocobo. But I love this box. It is one of my favorite boxes they've done. Just cutesy. Cutesy and great. Can't complain. So inside, what do we get? You know, we get the following. We get our life counter. Not just you know, just a spin down dice. You get your little life counter here. Chocobo on the side. Magic the Gathering symbol on the other side. I know some people don't like the clicking of this. I really like it. It's my jam. So we get that. We'll pull this out in a little bit. Let's see what we get card-wise here. So you can kind of see everything inside one of these. I don't know what these are going for on market right now. I know they skyrocketed pretty quickly. Got Chocobo and your tokens on one side with a little Chocobo trail. There you go. Both sides of that. If you want to check it out at any point. And we get a couple things here. You get a Chocobo booster pack, okay? With some stuff that only comes inside this booster pack. It's the only way to get it. We're going to save that for last. We get some Chocobo fun promo stuff. We'll go through these in just a second. And we get some packs. All right. We're going to open all this. So let's check it out. You can get those nice foil Chocobo tracks. As far as like the lands and on the cards, the foils. They are really, really nice. When they announced this, I wasn't sure if I was going to buy a box of this because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to like snag one. Am I going to be able to find one is the question. And the answer was I got lucky. I was on Best Buy in the middle of the night one night and they happened to list it. So we have Paradise Chocobo. Pay 1, flying, add 1 mana of any color. It's a 0/1. Fantastic hollowing on that. And then we get our variety of lands here. All of them are holographic. If you don't have the Final Fantasy lands, these were really, really well done. They're really nice. Maybe not like if you're like into the Spider-Man foiling or the Dragon Eye foiling from Tarkir. If that's your jam, you know, I get it. For me, I love the foiling. All right, here's the other set of guarantees that you're going to get. So let's take a little look-see here, a little gander, some would say. And we are going to hop into this. We have Fated Clash, that 5-cost sorcery of white. You may cast this spell as though it had flash. If a creature is attacking and a creature is blocking. Target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls each gain indestructible at the end of the turn, then destroy all creatures. Again, more lands. Lands. Can't be mad about some lands. You need them. You got to have them. So, this depends. Are you a Final Fantasy land person? You know, that might be your jam. All right. Hopping into the packs. What are we looking for here? Well, I'm looking for some stuff for decks. But, obviously, I'm looking for any of the chase cards. There's so many lovely cards in this set. And really and truly, I'm looking for cards that I just don't own. More than anything. So we get our hero token. We have a mountain. We get combat tutorial as our holo. These are packaged backwards. Ooh, we got Jill Shiva's Dominate, a card that I needed. Sick. Pay 3 when Jill enters. Return up to one other Target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. You can pay 5. You can exile Jill, then return it to the battlefield, transform under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. She's a 2/2. There it is. Shiva, Warden of Ice. Lore counter 1, mesmerize target creature, can't be blocked this turn. Actually, that's lore counter 1 and 2. And lore counter 3, Cold Snap. Tap all lands your opponent controls, exile Shiva, then return to the battlefield, flip it over. She's a 4/5. So loving that. Into a Fire Crystal. Already a banger pack off the rip here. 4 cost, 2 into red. Red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Creatures you control have haste. You can pay 6, create a token that's a copy of a target creature you control, sacrifice at the beginning of the next instep. We also got a summon Shiva for 5. Your lore counter 1 and 2. Heavenly Strike, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. For 3, do Diamond Dust, draw a card for each tapped creature your opponent controls. Another just a good card here. I need to do some organization as a heads up. Summon Esper Ramu. Lore counter 1, it's a 4 cost, by the way. Judgment Bolt, this creature deals damage equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard the target creature and opponent controls. Your 2 and 3 wizards you control get +1/+0 into the turn. It's a 3/3. Saw's Chocobo is a 1 cost. He has landfall to add +1/+1. It's a 0/1. Lunatic Pandora, that 1 cost. We're going to just go through these. Dreams of the Laguna. Galacat, always good for draft. Rook Turret. Black Mage's Rod. Town Greeter, and Haste Magic. So going to focus on the, rares and uncommons, but not too much on the commons. But if you have questions about any of them, let me know. Happy to answer. I hate, and I'll be honest, this is one thing I like. I don't like when they package the good cards up front. I like it better the other way, but it's okay. We're going to live with it for today. Insomnia Crown City is our holo here. We got Gaiat, King of Dwarves, as a holo. Got back-to-back. And then we got Edia Kramer is a 5 cost. Legendary creature, human wizard, flash. Creature cards you can own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells on any time they could cast a sorcery. So that's just a fun card. And then we get Excalibur as a 1 cost. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on it. You can equip for 3. We also get Luisic's Sacrifice. It's a 1 cost. This initial cost to cast the spell. Sacrifice the legendary creature or pay 2. Counter target activated spell, trigger ability, or non-creature spell. Can't complain about that. Zack's Fair, really fun card for 1 cost. He enters the +1/+1 counter. You can sacrifice him. Target creature gains indestructible, and then you can move that +1/+1 counter. Shantoto, Tactician Magician, 3 cost. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Shantoto gets +X+0 until the turn, where X is the amount of mana spent on the cast of the spell. If X is 4 or more, draw a card. Then we have our Elixir, Crossroads Village, Summon Chocomog, Retrieve the Esper, Cornered by Black Mages, another really good card. Blitzball Shot, which you can do some funnies with, and Blazing Bomb. Blitzball Shot with Jumbo Cactuar into a Tifa's Limit Break can be a fun time at the table. Other people may not have fun, but you are going to have a grand old time, to say the least. On to the next one. What do we get here? How are we feeling? Maybe? Does it want to open? I don't know. Can't tell. Not wanting to do it. Great. All right. Hero Token. We like that. All right, we get a Baron's Airship Kingdom. We got that Louise Sacrifice now as a holo. Battle at the Big Bridge. I don't have this, and the art is sick. 1 cost, instant. Destroy target creature if it has mana value 2 or less. Revolt. Destroy that creature if it has mana value 4 or less instead. If a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn. Beautiful card. Into Jydor Aristocrat Capital as our rare. It's a town. You can use it as a sorcery to target opponent mills half their library rounded down. You can also, tap it for blue mana if you want to go that route about it. We have Queen Q Gourmet at 3 cost. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens get plus a 1/1 green frog creature token are created instead. You can pay 2 to sacrifice a frog to put a +1/+1 counter on Queen. Dragoon's Lance, 2 cost. It's a job select. Equipped creature is +1/+0 as a knight in addition to other types. During your turn, equipped creature has flying. Lock Cole, 3 cost. Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever Lock Cole deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard. Laughing Mad, really good common. Blitzball into Corel, Syncopant, great card. Undercity Rat, Commune with Beavers, and Thunder Magic. This set's just fun to open. For a variety of reasons. The cards are good. There's a lot of this stuff that's good no matter what format you're playing here. And also, if you're just a Final Fantasy fan. Alright, it's just a fun time. Alright, we have a hero token. What do we got? Treno, Dark City, Summon Anima. As our holo here is a 6 cost, 1, 2, and 3 lore counters. You draw a card, lose 1 life. At part 4, though, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice and loses 3 life. Ooh, Minwu Rebellion Strategist. Am I able to zoom my camera out a little bit? I mean, I probably could. I mean, I could just move it back a little bit further. I was trying to be like on top of the cards, though, so people could see them. I don't have this one either. Legendary creature, human cleric with lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with a creature, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. Really fun times. Water Crystal, just like Fire Crystal. 4 cost, but you get your blue spells cost 1 less. If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill that many cards plus 4 instead. You can pay 6. Each opponent mills cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have Coral Sword is your 1 cost here. It's an equipment with flash. When this equipment enters, attached to target creature you control. That creature gains first strike until end of turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Colosseum Behemoth is your 7 cost with trample. When this creature enters, choose 1. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Draw a card. Ambrosia Whiteheart, 2 cost with flash. When Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, you may return your permanent you control to its owner's hand. Landfall. Whenever a creature you control enters, Ambrosia Whiteheart gets +1/+0. It's a 2/2. Iron Giant. Instant Ramen. Weapons Vendor. Sahagin. Vincent's Limit Break. Gaboo Gardener. And Call of the Mountain. Also, Embray, how's it going, my guy? Working our way through these Final Fantasy packs. Slowly but surely. Waiting to open up the Chocobo pack at the end, which is going to be where the bangers are. And we've already opened some really good cards in this box. And I bought like one of every type of box. Like I have the regular bundle. I bought the like fancy bundle. This box already has been really, really nice. There we go. Get another mountain. Cargo airship, 2 cost, flying vigilance. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't like vehicles. Oh my goodness. We got Cloud Midgard Mercenary as a 2 cost. When Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. He's a 2/1. Very, very fun card. Very good card. Side quest Play Blitzball is a 3 cost at the beginning of your combat. On your return, target creature you control gets +2/+0 to end turn. At the end of combat, on your turn, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, transform this attachment, then attach it to a creature you control, and you become World Champion Celestial Weapon. Double Overdrive. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has double strike. Equip cost is 3. You got your Pixies. 2 cost flying. Whenever this creature attacks, surveil 1. You have Gaius Van Balsar, 4 cost. When Gaius enters, choose 1. Each player sacrifices a creature token of their choice. Each player sacrifices a non-creature token of their choice, or non-creature of their choice. Each player sacrifices an enchantment of their choice. We already saw Giat King earlier. We got Adventurers in, Dwarven Castle Guard, Magic Damper, Paladin's Arms, Shinra Reinforcements, Gigantoad, and Summon Ifrit. Cloud is $18. Hell yeah, brother. I mean, like, here's what we got so far. We got Cloud, Water Crystal, Minwu, Rebellion Strategist, Louise, Sacrifice, Idia, Kramer. I don't know why I set these in a separate pile. We got Jidor, Battle at the Big Bridge, another Louise, Sacrifice, Excalibur 2, the Fire Crystal, and then our first pack we got Jill's Shiva's Dominant, and Combat. I don't know why Combat Tutorial's there. All right, cool. So far, it's been a really good box. Maybe I do it like this. Maybe this is... I'll organize these cards later. All right, back to what I was doing. My bad. Also, sorry about the camera chat. Was a little bit... This setup's a little bit... I moved my desk around, so my setup's different. So some of the cards under the tops might have been a little bit hard to see, but I think I got it fixed. Dude, I think that's my third File Crystal, I think, maybe fourth. Got land, Gigantoad Hollow. We're not, nice. All right, Summon Brahilder. I don't have this one either. This is actually sick. 2 cost, lore counter 1, chain, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you put a lore counter on this saga, you may play that card. And then 2 and 3, you have Gestalt mode. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste until end of turn. It's a 2/1. Like that. Got another Summon GF Ifrit. Love the art. Have a few of those. 4 cost, reach the horizon. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or town cards with different names. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Sleep Magic. I don't know why I put that there. 1 cost, enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its own controller's untap step. Then enchanted creature is dealt damage. Sacrifice this aura. Choco Comet X +2. Choco Comet deals X damage to any target. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1/+0. We have Ice Fland, Fate of the Sun Crystal, Dreams of Laguna, Resentful Revelation, Airship Crash, Mysidian Elder, Hecht Eyes as that pack. You had them all but Fire and Dark. Yeah, I have almost all. I think I have them all with the alternate art for them. All right, what are we pulling out of this one? Here's our art card. Let's go. Ah, we got a land. Hell yeah, brother. Thunder Magic. I like the foil on that one. Oh boy, we got Princess Sarah, another card I didn't have. 3 cost, legendary creature, human monk. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. God, that art's good. Then we get Sarah Pharaon, 3 cost. This first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform Sarah. Is a 2/2, and she turns into Crystallized Sarah. The first legendary creature spell you cast each turn is 2 less. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. We have Primal Garuda. Its lore counter 1 is Aerial Blast. It's a 4 cost. This creature deals 4 damage to target tapped creature an opponent controls. Another target creature you control gets +1 and gains fly until end of turn for lore counters 2 and 3. Self-Destruct. We know what that does. We don't need me to... Swallowed by Leviathan. Another card that I needed for my deck that I had gotten. We have Leporo Scout, Adventurer's Airship, Magitech Infantry, Scorpion Sentinel, Geitchel Greens, Light of Judgment. That card is really frustrating in draft. And Kutrub Foyer. Another pack, another art card. What is it? It's Vivi! All right, we have Gone, Town of Ruin, The Final Days. I don't know if I have that one either. 4 cost, create 2 tapped 2/2 black horror creature tokens. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, instead create X of those tokens, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. You can flash back for 6. That's pretty good. The Regalia, I'm not reading a vehicle card because no one's playing that card anyway. Side quest, card collection. Haha. 4 cost. When this enchantment enters, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. At the beginning of your instep, if 8 or more cards are in your graveyard, transform this enchantment. What does it transform into, you might ask? Magic card, flying, and you can crew for 1. It's a vehicle, chat. We love it. Not really. Poo Poo UFO, 2 costs with flying. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield until the end of your turn. This creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. Aldebert Steiner is a 2 cost. Lifelink. Aldebert Steiner gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control. He's a 2/1. We have Evil Reawaken as a 5 cost. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. And then we have Airman, You're Not Alone, Sahagin, Aerith Rescue Mission, Grand Pulse Ocho, Item Shopkeeper, and Malboro. Yo, what's up, Gilly? How's it going, man? I'm not sure. I'm going to be opening cards for a while. So, I do not know off the top of my head. Possibly. Just kind of depends how I'm feeling afterwards. Another one. Red 13, baby. Got our land. Bard's Bow, another good hollowing there. Ninja Blades, 3 cost with job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 is a ninja in addition to their type and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Equip cost is 2. Capital City, tap for colorless. You can add 1 mana of any color for 1 in a tap. Tifa's Limit Break is a 1 cost. Great card, by the way. You choose 1 additional cost thing. Somersault, pay 0, target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn. Meteor Strike for 2, double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Pay 7, triple target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. If you have Tifa, that card goes crazy. I'm just on my first box, Gilly, and then I have like an actual play booster box to open. I'll probably read most of those. 5 cost Zidane. When Zidane enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it, it gains lifelink and haste until end of the turn. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. That card is wild. Shambling Sheath, 3 cost Seath. Sorry. This creature enters tap. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's 3/3. And then we have Hilgigas, Fight On, Dragoon's Wyvern, Paladin's Arms, Chocobo Kick, Suplex, and Shinra Reinforcements. We haven't ran across a train to Suplex, so that's unfortunate. What a great combo. What a great piece of lore inside the set, honestly. All right, last pack before we get to our Chocobo booster, which is going to be a banger, I hope. We have our hero token. We got a Swamp. We got a Hollow Golbez Crystal Collector. 2 costs. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1 at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. It's a 1/4. We have Van, Aspiring Sky Pirate. He's a 3 cost. Legendary creature, Human Pirate with haste. Whenever Van attacks, create a treasure token. Whenever you sacrifice a treasure, Van gates +1/+0 until the turn. He's a 2/0. Then we have Esper Origins, 2 cost. Surveil 2, you gain 2 life. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, exile it. Then you put it onto the battlefield, transformed under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. So you flashback for 4. What does it flip into? You might be asking yourself. Bum-ba-da-dun! Esper Maudwin. Lore counter 1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, put it into your hand. For 2, lore counter 2, you get 2 mana. Lore counter 3, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of the turn. Pretty good. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. It's a 5 cost enchantment. With this enchantment enters, destroy up to 1 target creature at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died under an opponent's control this turn, create a treasure token. Then, if you control 3 or more treasures, transform this enchantment. Bum-ba-da-dun! Yasmat, Ultimate Mark. You can pay 2, sacrifice another creature or artifact. Yasmat gains indestructible until end of the turn. Tap it. It's a 5/6. We have Gladius, Amasita, 6 cost. When Gladius enters, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. It has landfall, yet gains +2/+2 and trample. It's a 6/6. We have Quintessus Trepe, 3 cost blue magic. Whenever Quintessus Trepe enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast this spell. If that spell would be put in a graveyard, exile instead. It's a 2/2. And then we have Battle Menu. It's a 2 cost. You choose 1. You can attack. Create a 2/2 White Knight. Ability. Target creature gets 0/4. +0/+4. Magic. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Item. You gain life. And then we have Blitzball, Ice Magic, Summon Chocomog, Bard's Bow, Warrior Sword, and Namazu Trader. All right, now for what we've all been waiting for, the Chocobo Booster Pack. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Cue the Final Fantasy music. Dun, dun, the battle music. Oh, I already know this is going to be a good time. I want to open this very carefully. Come on, open up, please. Thank you. What do we got? You might be asking. Well, we have Emmett of the third seat. 4 costs. Look at those Chocobo tracks. Look at them. All right. Spell you cast from your graveyard costs 2 less to cast. Whenever 1 or more opponents lose life, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If that spell would be put into graveyard, exile instead. Do this only once each turn. It's a 3/4. What's the other one we're going to get here? We got Snapcaster Mage. 2 cost with flash. When this creature enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of the turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. God, those look so good. We have the Chocobo Plains. We have the Chocobo Islands. We have the Chocobo Swamps. And we have the Chocobo Mountains. And then we have the Chocobo Forests. That was awesome. I didn't get the Chocobo card I wanted, but that's okay. I still got 2 good ones. So it doesn't matter. I mean, all of the ones that are in there are good, so it can't be too mad. Overall, awesome pack to open. It was a good time. I need to go look. I can't remember the other cards in that box. I need to look real quick. There's let's look real quick. Chocobo bundle cards. Okay, so there was the Snapcaster's $140. Well, it looks like I made my money back, baby. I was gonna say I think Snapcaster Mage might be the most expensive one. There was Emmett, and then there was a Riku. So in order, it goes Lulu, Stern Guardian. There's the Traveling Chocobo. There's Choco Seeker of Paradise. There's Tartaru Taru. I really like that one. There's Aerith. The Aerith one's really, really good. There's a Tifa one. You have Yuna, Hope Aspira. You have the Cloud Midgar Mercenary. That was the one I was really hoping to get. You have the Vivi one, which is also really good. And then Snapcaster Mage is the most expensive of them. It is the most expensive of them to get. So we got the best one, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That was a really good box. I'm going to sleeve some cards real quick, chat, and then we'll move on to Lorwyn. But that was really, really good. Yeah, Snapcaster is awesome. And I got it. I think the box was like 109. That card has a $1,000 variant. It does. I didn't know there was I didn't think there was variant. Oh, is it the Are they rainbow foiled? Is that what it is? Like it's you get Chocobo plus it being rainbow. I think that's what it is, if I remember correctly. I think all of them have a variant that's rainbow colored. So like it has the full rainbow treatment on it, if I remember right. Oh, you're talking about outside of FF. I thought you meant in FF, sorry. My bad. There's a secret lair that's $1,000. What secret lair is it from? Which one it be? Hit me with it. Oh, they got flipped. All right. I want to make sure to go ahead and do all those. I'm going to let you guess who the weebs love. Huh? Oh, is it Hatsune Miku? I actually might have that card. Hold on. Wait, let's see. I have the Hatsune Miku set. Let me go look real quick. Let me see if I have it. Snapcaster Mage? It's time to find out. I'm opening the secret layer binder in Memento. Gotta look. I think it's a bonus card. No, I don't have that one. I have the. I don't remember which one's the bonus card I got out of there. Yeah, there's a ton of variants. The Hatsune Miku set's really good. The counter spell's really funny. Look, the worst thing I've done in the past 12 months is I accidentally bought the Sonic Secret Lair, and I bought one that I already owned, not the one I was missing. So I have 2 sets of one of the Sonic Secret Lairs, which is like hella frustrating. I will sleeve these later. And then I will organize all of my lands and stuff later. So I bought boxes. I have boxes for everything now. And I have everything organized by color. So I've been like going through and like just like redoing everything. So here's what we're gonna do. Do that. Where did I do with the box? Oh, it's over here. I was like, what did I do? Un momento, chat. Well, it's funny because like the Sonic Secret Lair, like the day it released, I had court duty, or like I had jury duty, and like my wife was trying to get them for me, and she got a couple of them, and then I thought the one I was missing is the one I ordered online, and it was not the case, and I was very sad. All right, again, I love this as a box. By the way, it's so good. It's so good, and the little life counter for it is really good. I love this. It's so nice. All right, cool. Good stuff. Let us... What did I just do with those cards? Hold on, chat. Okay, I set him over there. I was like, dude, what did I do with... I was like, what did I just do with Snapcaster Mage? I moved it into a bad place. All right. Next is Lorwyn. Are we ready? Hatsune Miku is the most expensive Secret Lair card. I believe that. So, I have some Secret Lair stuff I haven't opened yet. The only thing I haven't gotten in the past year that I really, really wanted was I didn't get the Ghost of Tsushima cards. But I usually order in foil. I didn't order everything in foil for the Sony one. I got Last of Us in foil because I love Last of Us. And then I got the Avatar stuff. Uncharted, I just got regular. And then more Avatar, more Avatar, more Avatar, more Avatar, more Avatar, Twisted Metal. God of War, I didn't get in foil because God of War, I looked at the foils online. I didn't think the foils looked as good. Another God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and then Last of Us. I'm missing. Hold on. I have all the Spider-Man's ones too, and I moved some boxes. And I really hope they didn't get thrown away, dude. That would be terrible. I didn't realize when the Sony stuff came out because I wanted the Uncharted and God of War. I'm so mad at myself. Hold on one second, chat. I have to go look real quick. Okay, that really stressed me out, but I'm okay. I found it. We also have these to open. And maybe we open some of them tonight. We open all of them tonight. I don't know. I have the Spider-Man Daily Bugle, the Venom with In Color, Heroic Deeds, the Villainous Plots, and then Spider-Man the Symbiote. These are sick. The Symbiote lands, and they're etched foil, so they're raised. And then I got the Venom inked ones. So the same cards, but they're inked instead. And the bonus cards looked really, really good. So we got all that we could open if we want to. But we're going to be opening this lovely, lovely Lorwyn box. Which, I haven't got to play as much Lorwyn as I wanted to. I played the pre-release event, but I played... When I did the pre-release event, I played Commander. I didn't play Draft like I normally do, or Sealed. And I didn't get to play any more than that because the card shop was open while we had all the snow and stuff. I just didn't feel comfortable driving up there. So I haven't played in a couple weeks. I didn't play last night because I was gone out all day with the boys. So I have not got to play much Lorwyn, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. I think it's going to be awesome. I just wish they weren't doing the stuff they are now with Secret Lairs. I got the encyclopedia too. That's the other one. And I don't know if I'm going to open the encyclopedia or not. I might leave it sealed. What do you mean, Embright? You just mean like you don't like the current ones coming out, or what? Or the limitations on them? All right, here's the question. I usually read through all the cards. I think for this, the variant price stuff and limitations, I got you. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to read the rares and the uncommons. I don't think I'm going to read all the commons is kind of the plan here. But let's go and have some fun. Let's open these up. These have it ripped that way too. I'm curious to see, are these packs the same? Does it go common to... Oh, beautiful. It is common to the rare cards. We love that. All right, so we have Temporal Cleansing, Spiral of Solitude, Prideful Festling. I like how the border changed there. That's kind of cool. Assert Perfection, Feed the Flames, Anti-Sentence, Summit Sentinel, Goat Nap. 3 costs, gain control of a target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of the turn. If that creature is a goat, it also gets +3/+0 until end of the turn. Glister Baron, a 2/3 either green, blue. It has Vivid. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of the turn, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. It's a 1/4. That's a cute card. I like that. Crib Swaps, the 3 cost. It has Changeling. This card is every creature type. Exile target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 color shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Spell Snare, 1 cost, counter target spell with mana value of 2. We have Harmonized Crescendo, 6 cost. Convoke, your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 mana of that creature's color. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. We like that. That's a dub. And then we have Wild Unraveling as our common 2 cost here. Ooh, Full Art Swamp. We like that. That's a dub. And we got a token. Wish they do print to demand. It's very difficult, but it's... Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are in that boat, Embright. All right. We have Stratosaur, Timid Shield Bearer, Gangly Stompling, Crossroads Watcher, and Elder Ante. Vile Bogart, Unforgiving Aim, and into our uncommons, we have a 5 cost Shimmering Creep, Menace, and Vivid on this, and it's a 3/5. So we like that. We have Baldweir Aggressor as a 5 cost, Double Strike. Other giants you control gain Double Strike. It's a 2/5. Pitiless Fist is a 4 cost enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchant creature fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. Noggle the Mind's a 2 cost. Flash enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a colorless Noggle with base power and toughness 1/1. And then our 3 cost Formidable Speaker is when this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. You can pay 1 and tap to untap target permanent. It's a 2/4. We like that. And then we got a Hollow Heirloom Ante and a regular land and a token. Also, the thing they said with print to demand is they just threw away the extras and like you could have done a charity drive. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Speaker is a championship card and it is $15. I was so sad not to see it. I hate opening the card. Like, I hate opening packs with the side pull. It drives me insane. It's probably... I know it's better for the cards, I just hate that I can never get it to rip all the way. All right, we have Liminal Hold, Forging Wicker Maw. I like the look of that one. Blossom Bind, Flamekin Guildweaver, Scarblade Scout, and Surveyor Farer. Gallant Foul Knight, and then into Meander's Guide. 3 cost. When this creature attacks, you may tap or another untapped Merfolk you control. When you do, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. It's a 3/2. We have Dunduline Weaver. It's a 2 cost. When this creature enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. And then we have Explosive Prodigy. It's a 2 cost with Vivid. When this creature enters, it deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. It's a 1/1. And then we get Hexing Squelcher. It's a 2 cost. This spell can't be countered. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have ward, pay 2 life. It's a 2/2. And we got Hollowed Fountain. As this land enters, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. And then we have Springleaf Drum as our hollow. Tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. I like the look of that. That's pretty nice. And we got a Swamp and a Merfolk token. I put my land in the wrong spot. Fountain's $8 and Speaker's 15. Yo. So far, so good then. We have Shore Lurker, Prideful Festling, Chitinous Grasp, Elder Auntie, Bog Slither Embrace, and Lis Alna Informant, and Bone Club Berserker. And then we have Gut Splitter Gang, 4 cost. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may blight 2. If you don't, you lose 3 life. It's a 6/6. That's a big boy for a 4 cost. And then we have Pestered Wellguard, 4 cost. When this creature enters, become tapped. Create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. 3 cost Klachan Festival. When this enchantment enters, create a 2 1/1 green and white Kithinkin creature tokens. Pay 5, create a 1/1 green and a white Kithinkin creature token. And then we have 5 plus either 2 island or swamps for Dream Harvest. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they have exiled cards with a total mana value of 5 or greater this way. Until end of turn, you may cast cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. That's kind of wild. Ooh, and we got Shadow Urchin. 3 cost. Whenever this creature attacks, blight 1. Whenever a creature you control with 1 or more counters on it dies, exile that many cards from the top of your library. Until the next end step, you may play those cards. It's a 3/4. Oh, wow. Triple rare here, dude. This one's the hollow. 5 cost Collective Inferno has Convoke. And as this enchantment enters, choose 1 creature type. Double all damage that sources you control of the chosen type would deal. Oh my goodness. And a full art land. Wow. That's a crazy end of the pack there. That's kind of wild. All right, we have Keep Out. We have Mischievous Sneakling, Unexpected Assistance, Reckless Ransacking, Dawnhand Eulogist, Tend the Sprigs, and Runaway Together. And then we get to Moon Vigil Adherence, 4 cost with Trample. This creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control, and each creature card in your graveyard, it's a 0/0. Giant Fall is a 2 cost. Choose 1 target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a target creature an opponent controls, or you can destroy a target artifact. Always like those. Requiting Hex, 1 cost. As an additional cost this cast spell, you may blight 1. Destroy target creature with mana value 2 or less. If this spell additional cost is paid, you gain 2 life. Rimikin Recluse, 3 cost. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand. It's a 3/2. Ooh, we got Spinerock Tyrant. Look at him. 5 cost with Flying and Wither. This deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with a single target, you may copy it. If you do, those spells gain Wither. You may choose new targets for the copy. It's a 6/6. Holy, dude. Wow. Oh, look at this! We got Eclipsed Bogart as our altar, and it's a hollow. 3, you either play Swamp or Mountains here. Little Goblin Scout. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Goblin, Swamp, or Mountain card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's a 2/3. I love it. And we got a Plains. And a Goblin token. Look at our Goblin token, dude. What a guy. What a menace, some would say here. Yo, I'm loving this box so far. This is a good time. This is a good time. All right, we have Spiral into Solitude. We have Gangly Stompling, Silvergill Peddler, Burning Curiosity, Blight Rod, Midnight Tilling, Unforgiving Aim. We have Perithic Strike as a 3-cost instant. As the additional cost of this cast, as an additional cost to cast the spell, you may blight 2. Choose one. If this spell's additional cost was paid, choose both. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or greater. Chomping Changeling, 3 cost. It's a shapeshifter. So when this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or permanent. It's a 1/2. Creekwood Safe-Right is a 2-cost elf warrior. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. At the beginning of your instep, if there is an elf card in your graveyard and this creature was a -1/-1 counter on it, remove one of them. It's a 5/5. Illusion Spinners is a 5-cost fairy wizard. You may cast the spell as though it had flash if you control a fairy. Flying. This creature has hexproof as long as it's untapped. It's a 4/3. Oh, we got Oko Lorwyn Liege. Let's go. Back-to-back bangers. 3-cost. Legendary Planeswalker Oko. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 forest. If you do, transform Oko. Before we get there, the +2 up to 1 target creature gains all creature types. The +1 target creature gets -2, -0 until end of turn. Let's see what the flip is. Shadowmoor Scion. Let's go. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a island. If you do, transform Oko. Then -1, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. You're -3, create 2 3/3 elk creature tokens. You're -6, choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control of that chosen type. Get +3/+3 and have vigilance and hexproof. Banger, dude. What a good card. And then we have Bog Slither's Embrace. We have a Plains and a Kitten. Also, what makes no sense to me is they use the same places for printing that Pokemon use. And MTG Hollows crinkle, but Pokemon don't. Yeah. Yep. I'm with you on that one. All right, here we go. Another one. I dropped the box. Reluctant Downguard. Furdock Core. Glamourite. Gold Meadow Nomad. Tweeze. Moonglow Extractor. Surly Farrier. Coolwrath Zealot. And then we get Eclipsed Elf, 3-cost, either Swamp or Forest. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an Elf, Swamp, or Forest card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. It's a 3/2. Seer, 2-cost. Seer deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. We got another Eclipsed Bogart, but this time not hollow. Then we got Ashling's Command as a 5-cost. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of a target elemental you control. Target player draws 2 cards. Ashling's Command deals 2 damage to each creature target player controls. Target player creates 2 treasure tokens. Love to see that. Graveshifter is our hollow. He's a 4-cost changeling. When this creature enters, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. 2/2. And we get a forest. And another goblin token. Let's go. Do 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 do. All right. Marrow Sky Swimmer. Holy words. Wild Unraveling. Appeal to Eridu. Auntie Sentence, Liz Alana Informant, Cinder Strike, Wandering Wine Distractor, Sting Slinger is a 3-cost. You can pay 2 to blight 1. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. It's a 3/3. You have Encumbered Rajiri is a 2-cost. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. If it becomes tapped while it has -1 counter on it, you can remove it. It's a 5/4. Voracious Tome Skimmer is a 3-cost. Either islands or swamps. Has flying. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card. It's a 2/3. Ooh, we got Lava Leaper as a 4-cost. All creatures have haste. Whenever a player taps a basic land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced. It's a 4/4. That is a crazy card. Holy smokes, baby. Doran Besieged by Time. 4-cost. Legendary creature, Treefolk Druid. What a beautiful art. Each creature spell you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less. Whenever a creature you control attacks or blocks, it gets +X/+X until end of the turn, where X is the difference between its power and its toughness. It's a 0/5. Beautiful card. And then we get a Deep Channel Duelist as a 2-cost. Merfolk Soldier. At the beginning of your instep, untap target Merfolk creature, or Merfolk you control. Other Merfolk gain +1/+1. It's a 2/2. Full Art Mountain and our token. I'm feeling pretty good about this box so far. We've had some really good packs today. Stoic Grove Guide, Gravegill Scoundrel, Sun Dappled Celebrant, Rooftop Percher, Bogart Prankster, Crossroads Watcher, Flame Chain Mauler, Dream Caesar, Pummeler for Hire as a 5-cost, Vigilance and Reach, Ward 2. When this creature enters, you gain X life, where X is the greatest power among giants you control. It's a 4/4. Eclipsed Marrow, 3-cost, either plains or islands. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Merfolk, Plains, or Islands card from among them. Put the rest in the bottom at the random order. It's a 2/3. Gathering Stone, 4-cost, artifact. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. When this artifact enters, at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a card of the chosen type, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it in your graveyard. Champion of the Weird. It's a 4-cost. Goblin Berserker. As an additional cost to cast a spell, behold a goblin and exile it. Pay 1 life, blight 2. Target opponent blights 2. Activate only as a sorcery. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. It's a 5/5. Appeal to Eridu is our holo. Island, and another token. Token. Okay, Athletics Defense, Wanderbrine Preacher, Evolving Wilds. Yo, we always are happy to see an Evolving Wilds. Hell yeah, brother. Great Forest Druid, Tweeze, Scarblade's Malice, Riverguard's Reflexes, Prismatic Undercurrents is a 4-cost enchantment with Vivid. When this enchantment enters, search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Not a bad card to have. Nameless Inversion, 2-cost. Changeling target creature gets +3/-3 and loses all creature types until end of turn. Interesting. Hovel Hurler, 5-cost. You have to pay 2 either mountain or plains. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. You can pay 2 to remove a counter from this creature. Another target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains flying until their turn. Activate as a sorcery. It's a 6/7. Rhyme Chill is a 7-cost, Vivid with instant. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each color among permanents you control. Tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on each of them. All right, ban him. I was waiting for you to say something, Embright. Get rid of him. Figure of Fables, a 1-cost. Oops. You can pay 1. This creature becomes a Kithkin Scout with base power of 2/3. You can pay 3. This creature is a Scout. It becomes a Kithkin Soldier with base power and toughness of 4/5. You can pay 6. If this creature is a soldier, it becomes a Kithkin Avatar with base power and toughness of a 7/8 and protection from each of your opponents. It's a 1/1. That's kind of good. Wanderbrine Trapper is a 1 cost. You can pay 1 and tap it. Tap another untapped creature you control. Tap target creature an opponent controls. It's a 2/1. Hollow Mountain and a token. I don't know what you expected of me there. I feel like I had to do it, Embright. If you're watching this as a video, I know I know y'all are thinking the same thing. You're like, wow, he really did it. Yes, I did. Coolwrath Mystic, Tributary Volter, Chaos Spewer, Wary Farmer, Brambleback Brute, Moonglove Extractor, Gilt's Leaf Embrace, and then we have Mud Button Curse Tosser. 1 cost. Additional cost to cast a spell. Behold a goblin or pay 2. This creature can't block. When this creature dies, destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. It's a 2/1. Thirst for Identity is a 3 cost. Draw 3 cards. When this, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Personify is a 2 cost. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token and changeling. Thoughtweft Charge is a 2 cost. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If a creature entered the battlefield under your control, this turn draw a card. Oh boy. Spine Rock Tyrant, alt art, 5 cost. Flying with Wither. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with a single target, you may copy it. If you do, those spells gain Wither. You may choose new targets for that copy. It's a 6/6. Dude, what a sick card. Wow. And then we have Coolwrath Zealot, Swamp, and an Elf. Another one. Ooh, that was a good rip. We love that one. That felt nice. Whew. We have Marrow Sky Swimmer, Chitinous Graspling, Wanderbrine Preacher, Prideful Festling, Bogslither Embrace, Tend the Sprigs, Tweeds. And we have Bogart Prankster into Blooming Defense. Pay 1, target creature control gains +2/+2, and Hexproof until end of turn. We have Bolduar Aggressor as a 5 cost, double strike. Other Triumphs get double strike. We've seen that one. Grave Shifter, we have seen. And then we have Abigail Eloquent First Year as a 2 cost. You play plains and swamps. Flying, first strike, lifelink. When Abigail enters, up to 1 other target creature loses all abilities. Put a flying counter, a first strike counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. It's a 1/1. Well, Abigail's a 1/1, not that creature. We get Sourbread Ante as a 4 cost. When this creature enters, you may blight 2. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red goblin creature tokens. It's a 4/3. Mountain and Goblin. Also have a hot take. Rares that are limited to collector's boosters shouldn't be. They should just be super rare in actual boxes and less rare in collector boosters. That way the non-high rollers have a chance to get them. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Collector boosters didn't exist when I played back in the day, and then like I came back, years upon years later. I understand collector's boosters, but like I do think it feels bad to some extent, and I wish I don't know. Coolwrath Mystic, Keep Out, Stalacrite Dagger, Flaring Cinder, Dawn's Light Archer, Coolwrath Zealot, Bard Bloodletter, Safe Right Cavalry 4 cost. This creature can't be blocked by more than one creature. You can pay 5. Target elf you control gets +2/+2. It's a 4/4. Ooh, I like this. Deep Channel Duelist, 2 cost. At the beginning of your instep, untap target merfolk you control. Other merfolk get +1/+1. It's a 2/2. We've seen this card, but we haven't seen this art. McCrant's Loyalist is a 3 cost. Other elves you control get +1/+1. When this elf creature dies, return another target elf card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a 3/2. Eclipsed Realms. As this land enters, choose Elemental, Elf, Fairy, Giant, Goblin, Kithkin, Merfolk, or Treefolk. You can tap for a colorless, but you can also tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana to only cast a spell of the chosen type or activate an ability for the source of the chosen type. It's a lot of words. Dawnhand Descendant. Pay 1. You can either tap to Blight 1, Surveil 1, tap to Blight 2, exile target creature from a graveyard, or you can then during your turn you may cast creature spells from among cards you own exiled. with this creature by removing 3 counters from among creatures you control in addition to its paying other cost. 1/2. That's actually kind of nuts. Surly Farrier, Forest, and a Kithkin token. I mean, like them coming out and being $700 day one at LGS is very frustrating, and then only coming down to like 400, and it's not even the same number of packs as a normal booster box. Yeah, it's well, but the packs come with more cards, don't they? At least they used to. I don't know about now. You used to get more cards per pack. Is it the same amount? I know I think with Aether Drift there was more. I thought there was more cards in a collector's booster than there was in a regular booster. Maybe I'm crazy. I bought Aether Drift collectors for the charity event, and then I was gonna buy a box of collector's box for Final Fantasy. I did not though. The only collector's boxes I've bought were Aether Drift and Edge of Eternities. Sun-Dappled Celebrant, Changeling Warefinder, Gravegill Scoundrel, Gristle Glutton, Blighted Blackthorn, Mist Meadow Council, Unforgiving Aim, Swat Away. You can pay 4. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature is attacking you. The owner of the target spell or creature puts it on their choice the top or bottom of their library. Kinsbale Aspirant, 1 cost. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold a Kithkin or pay 2. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's a 2/1. Vine Bred Brawler is a 3 cost. This creature can't be blocked if able. Whenever this creature attacks another target elf you control gets +2/+1 until end of turn. It's a 4/2. Flame Braider is a 2 cost. You can tap to add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast elemental spells or activate abilities of elemental sources. It's a 2/2. And then we have Selfless Safe Ride as a 5 cost. It's an elf warrior with flash and convoke. When this creature enters, choose a creature type. With other permanents you control of that type, gain hexproof and indestructible till the end of turn. It's a 4/2. We have Blossom Blind as our holo. Oh, I like the full art lands in this set. We have Tributary Vaulter, Stoic Grove Guide, Blossom Bind, Cinder Strike, Bile Vial, Boggart, Great Forest Druid, Runaway Together, Wretched Wretch, 3 cost. When this creature dies, if it had a -1 negative counter on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control and lose all abilities. It's a 4/2. Wanderwine Farewell is a 7 cost. It has Convoke. Return 1 or 2 target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Then if you control a merfolk, create a 1/1 white and blue merfolk creature token for each permanent returned to its owner's hand this way. Kithkeeper is a 7 cost with Vivid. When this creature enters, create X 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature tokens, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. This creature gets +3/+0 and gains fly until it turns. It's a 3/3. We have Luminalusk. It's a 4 cost with Death Touch and Vivid. Then this creature enters, you gain life equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. It's a 2/4. And then we got Ashling Rekindled is a 2 cost. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Ashling Rekindled, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay Island. If you do, transform Ashling. It's a 1/3. To transform, we get Ashling Rhymebound. When this creature enters, transform into Ashling Rhymebound. At the beginning of your first main phase, add 2 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast spells or mana with value 4 or greater. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a mountain. If you do, transform it. Still a 1/3. 10 the Sprigs, Island, Token. This just makes me really want to play Magic. I love playing card games. Appeal to Eridu, Mischievous Sneakling, Temporal Cleansing, Feed the Flames, Scarblade's Malice, Wildvine Pummeler, Riverguard's Reflexes, and then we have Eclipsed Kithkin. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal Kithkin, Forest, Plains, place random order. It's a 2/1. Boggart Cursecraft, 2 cost, Death Touch. Whenever another goblin you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. It's a 2/3. Puka's Eye, pay 2. When this artifact enters, draw a card. Then choose a color. This artifact becomes chosen color. You can pay 3 and tap to draw a card. Activate only if there are 5 colors among permanents you control. I do not think that card's good. Champion of the Path. 4 cost. Elemental Sorcerer. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elemental and exile it. Whenever another elemental you control enters, it deals damage equal to the power of each opponent. Its power to each opponent. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. It's a 7/3. That card's kind of wild. Oh, and we got Moonshadow. What a crazy pack. Pay 1 menace. This creature enters with 6 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever one or more permanent cards you control are put into your graveyard from anywhere, while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove it. It's a 7/7 once you get those, counters off of it. Gristle Glutton, Island, token. Moonshadow's 20. Yeah, that sounds about right. We have Feisty Spikeling, Rooftop Percher, Stratosaur, Flame Chain Mauler, Barbed Bloodletter, Assert Perfection, Heirloom Ante. Ooh, I like the look of this card. Shine Striker is a 6 cost with flying. Vivid. When this creature enters, draw a card equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. It's a 3/3. Can you guys hear my kids in the background? As a curiosity question. Flock Imposter is a 3 cost with Changeling, Flash, and Flying. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target creature you control to its owner's hand. It's a 2/2. Okay. They're just really loud, so I was asking. Lys Alana Dignitary is a 2 cost. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elf or pay 2. You can tap for 2 mana to activate only if there's an elf in the graveyard. It's a 2/3. Lasting Tarfire is a 2 cost at the beginning of each instep. If you put a counter on a creature this turn, this enchantment deals 2 damage to each opponent. That is a really good card. Sunderflock, a 9 cost. Holy. When this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest mana value among elementals you control. Flying. When this creature enters, if you cast it, return all non-elemental creatures to their owner's hand. It's a 5/5. That card is wild. Moonglove Extractor, a Hollow Full Art Mountain. We like that. And a Merfolk. Sunderflock's a weird card. Like, that could be really good, but also at the same time, like, God, dude. 9. Greatest mana value among elementals you control. So, I mean, I guess you can get it down a good portion, but I still don't know. Gold Metal Nomad. Another Evolving Wild. We'd love to see it. Flaring Cinder. Enraged Flame Caster. Dream Caesar. Mist Metal Council. Wanderwine Distractor. Into Perfect Intimidation. 4 cost. Choose one or both. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Remove all counters from target creature. Impolite Entrance, 1 cost. Target creature gains trample and haste until end of turn. Draw a card. Unwelcome Sprite, 2 cost. Flying whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn. Surveil 2. It's a 2/1. Burden Stoneback is a 2 cost. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. You can pay 2 to remove a counter from this creature. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a 4/4. Into Sapling Nursery, an 8 cost. Affinity for Forests. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 green treefolk creature token with reach. You can pay 2. Exile this enchantment. Treefolk and forest you control gain indestructible in turn. Oh my god. That card's nuts. Swat Away. We've seen. It's hollow. Hollow Island. Ooh, I like the Hollow Islands full art. That's really nice. And a Kithian. Went from $1 to $8. Wow. Yeah, Sapling Nursery. That's kind of crazy. I feel like that card's kind of good. All right, we have Timid Shieldbearer, Furdock Core, Aquatics Defense, Brambleback Brute, Blighted Blackthorn, Wary Farmer. Knock those other. Gilt Leaf's Embrace, Reaping Willow. Lifelink, this creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. It's also a 4 cost, 3 of which are a Plains and Swamp. You can pay 2 to remove 2 counters from this creature. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a 3/6. That's kind of good. Kind of good card. Sovereign Ante we've seen. Glamour Grifter we've seen. Nightmare Sourer is a 4-cost flying with lifelink. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It's a 2/3. Ooh, Winnowing. 6-cost with Convoke. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't share a creature type with chosen creature they control. That card is fun. This is a fun card. This is a good card. Also a fun card. Shore Lurker, Forest, Elf. Alright, Rooftop Percher, Kolrath Mystic, Spiral into Solitude, Enraged Flameclaster, Blightrot, Dawn's Light Archer, Summit Sentinel, into Glister Baron. I think we've seen this card already. Shimmer Creep we've seen. Omni Changeling is a 5 cost with Convoke Changeling. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has Changeling. It's a 0/0 until then. Moonlit Lamenter is a 3 cost. This creature enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. You can pay 2 to remove it. Draw a card. It's a 2/5. We have Tristan Callous Cultivator. 3 cost with Death Touch. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Tristan Callous Cultivator, mill 3 cards. Then, if there is an elf card in your graveyard, you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your first main phase, you can pay a swamp. If you do transform Tristan, it's a 3/4. It transforms into Tristan Penitent Kohler, Death Touch. Whenever this creature transforms into Tristan Penitent Kohler, mill 3 cards. Then you may exile an elf card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses 2 life. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a forest. If you do transform it back, still a 3/4. Explosive Prodigy is that 2 cost. It is a holographic swamp token. All right, what do we got next? I feel like so far this box has been pretty good, chap. Another Evolving Wilds, Aquatics Defenses, Timid Shieldbreaker, Elder Auntie, Dawnhand Eulogist, Lys Alna Informant, Bone Club Berserker, into Prismatic Undercurrents is a 4 cost with Vivid. I talked about that earlier. Squawk Roaster is a 4 cost with Double Strike and Vivid. Squawk Roaster's power is equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. So whatever that is in 4. Darkness Descends is a 4 cost. Put 2 -1/-1 counters on each creature. That's kind of nuts. Lofty Dreams is a 5 cost with Convoke. Enchant creature. When aura enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. And then we have Kinbinding, which is a 5 cost enchantment. Creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. This could be nuts. This card could be absolutely insane. We get Iron Shield Elf as a 2 cost. Discard a card. This creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. It's a 3/1. Mountain token. You know what would make collector boxes worth the 400 if it was only rares and mythics? I mean, that would drive down costs, though, of the rares and mythics. I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed most of them being hollows, or foils, I guess. Sorry, I call them hollows. Most of them being foils, and you have a much higher chance at borderless cards. But still, I don't know. Chaos Spear, Wild Unraveling, Luminal Hold, Burning Curiosity, Scarblade Scout, Midnight Tilling, Flamekin Guildweaver, and then Protective Response is a 3 cards with Convoke. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Morkrant's Eyes is a 2 cost. At the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1. You can pay 6 to sacrifice this enchantment to create X 2/2 black and green elf creature tokens, where X is the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Oh my god. Sting Slinger is a 3 cost. You can pay 2 and tap it to blight 1. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. It's a 3/3. Creekwood Safe Right's a 2 cost. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. At the beginning of your end step, if there's an elf card in your graveyard, you can remove a counter. It's a 5/5. Ooh, we got Tom Mindful First here. It's a 2 cost. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. Tap. Target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn. Oh my god, it's a 2/2. Oh, And we got Eclipsed Elf. Oh, what a beautiful card. 3 costs, Swamp and Mountain. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal Elf, Swamp, or Forest card from among them. Put the rest in random order to 3/2. Wow, that is a beautiful card. Plains token. It was Tom Mindful first year. My opinion on prices going down is that it makes variants worth more while. Yeah, I get it. Well, they've been messing with like the amount of borderless and the likeliness of getting a borderless like per box anyway. Chitinous Graspling, Feisty Spikeling, Merrow Sky Scrimmer, Surly Farrier, Gristle Glutton, Boggart, Prankster, Wander Wine Distractor, and then we get Soulbright Seeker as a 1 cost as an additional to its other cost. You have to behold an elemental or pay 2. Target creature you control gains trample until the turn. If this is the 3rd time this ability is resolved this turn, add 4 mountain 2/1. That's kind of nuts. Gnarlbark Elm is a 3 cost. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. You can pay 3 to remove 1. Or remove 2 counters. Target creature gets -2 -2. It's a 3/4. Noggle Robber is a 3 cost, 2 of which are going to be mountain and forest. Or forest, sorry. When this creature enters or dies, create a treasure token. It's a 3/3. Noggle the Mine, we've seen. Ooh, we got a Johnny. Let's go! Outland Chaperone, 3 cost. You can pay, or you get your +1 is create a 1/1 green and white Kithkin creature token. Your -2 is a Johnny deals 4 damage to target tapped creature. Your -8 is look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your life total. You may put any number of non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield and shuffle. Oh my god. Could you imagine playing a Johnny and kin binding together? You just win. I think that's the game. That's just like, you're just like, oh, womp womp. Wow. That is wild. Love that. Gravegill Scoundrel is our Hollow Island token. Do 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 do. All right, got Blossom Bind, Gold Metal No Man, Foraging Wickermaw, Midnight Tilling, Kolrath Zealot, Bilevile Boggart, River God's Reflexes, into Moon Vigil Adherence. I've read already. Kindle the Inner Flame is a 4 cost. You can create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it has haste. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice this token. It has flashback for 2. Requiting Hex is a 1 cost. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may blight 1. Destroying target creature with mana value 2 or less. If you paid the cost, you gain 2 life. Champions of Shoal is a 4 cost. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold a Merfolk and exile it. Whenever this creature enters or becomes tapped, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to its owner's hand. Ooh, and we got Doran Besieged by Time. I think this is the one we got the alt of, right? It's a 4 cost. Each creature spell you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less to cast. Yes, nice. So we got the borderless and the non-borderless. Gallant Foul Knight, Island, and token. All right, we have Flaring Cinder. We have Keep Out, Changeling Wayfinder, Wildvine Pummeler, Cinder Strike, and then Blighted Blackthorn, Summit Sentinel, into Eclipse Marrow, which we've seen already. Ooh, look at this! We got Thoughtweft Lieutenant as our borderless here. We've seen this one already. Beautiful card. Into Puka's Eye, which I think is a weird card. Into Mirror Mind Crowns, a 4 cost. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of the equipped creature. Equip 2. Holy, that is a good card. Into Soul Immolation. Oh my god. 5 cost. As an additional cost to cast a spell, Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness among creatures. Soul Immolation deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Wow. Okay. Karath Mystic, Swamp, and Token. Oh my god. What a pack. That was wild. Stratosaur, Tributary Volter, Stalakite Dagger, Safe Right Cavalier, Feed the Flames, Barb Bloodletter, Heirloom Ante, Pummeler for Hire we have seen, Twin Flame Travelers we've seen, but I still like the card art for it. Dawn Blessed Pennant, 1 cost. As this artifact enters, you can choose one of each. I think we've seen this one, or one very similar to it. Oh, we got Dolmen Gate. Let's go! 2 costs. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Beautiful. Beautiful art. Great card. And we got Mutable Explorer. Is a 3 cost. Changeling, when this creature enters, create a tapped Mutavolt token. It's a land with tap, add colors, or pay 1. This token becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types until end of turn. This one's a 1/1. We got Reluctant Dawn Guard, a Hollow, Full Art Mountain, and a Merfolk. You use Soulmation with the trade lift for the creature's life card. Yeah, you just win. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, that card's actually wild. That card's just kind of good. Wild Unraveling, Feisty Spikeling, Furdock Core, Silver Guild Peddler, Greatest Forest Druid, Bramble Black Brute, Auntie Sentence, Assert Perfection, Personify, we've seen. Virulent Emissary, we've seen. Sizzling Changeling. When this creature dies, exile the top card of your library until the end of next turn. You may play that card. And then we got Kinscare Sentry as a 2 cost with First Strike and Lifelink. When this creature attacks, you may put a creature card with mana value X or less from their hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. That card's pretty good. You have Bone Club Berserker, you have Plains, and you have a Kithkin. 3 more packs, chat. What are we going to get? We have Appeal to Eridu, Chaos Spewer, Unexpected Assistance, Shore Lurker, Glistlegutton, Scarblade's Malice, Crossroads Watcher, into Taintiful Rim Speakers, a 4 cost. When you cast this spell with a mana value 4 or greater, draw a card. It's a 2/4. You have Hovel Hurler. It's a 5 cost, 2 of which are going to be mountain and islands. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. You can pay 2 to remove a counter from this creature. Another creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains fly until end of turn. It's a 6/7. We did this earlier. Vinebred Brawler, we've seen. Warren Torchmatter is a 2 cost. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, you may blight 1. When you do, target creature gains haste until it turns. It's a 2/2. Champion of Klotchan. 4 cost with Flash. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you behold a Kithkin, exile it. Other Kithkin get +1/+1. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to its owner's hand. It's a 4/5. We got a Wanderwine Distractor, a Swamp, and a Kithkin. A giant deck would actually be pretty fun, I think. All right, Gangly Stompling, Glamourite, Sundappled Celebrant, Flamekin Guildweaver, Dream Caesar, Wary Farmer, Guiltleaf's Embrace, Nightmare Sower we've seen. Rhyme Child's a 7 cost with Vivid, but it costs 1 less to cast for each color among permanents you control. You can tap up to 2 target creatures and put a stun counter on each of them. Encumbered Ridgery is a 2 cost. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, it loses one of those counters. Prisma Basher is a 6 cost with Trample and Vivid. When this creature enters, up to X target creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. It's a 6/6. Temple Garden. As this land enters, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. Flock Imposter is a 3 cost with Changeling, Fly, and Flash. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target creature you control to its owner's hand. It's a 2/2. Swamp Token. All right, last pack magic, baby. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? We have Forging Wickermaw, Temporal Cleansing, Reluctant Dawnguard, Reckless Ransacking, Moonglove Extractor, Wildvine Pummeler, Gallant Fallow Knight, into Boulder Dash, which is a 2-cost. Boulder Dash deals 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to any other target. Dose of Dawnglow is a 5-cost. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if it isn't your main phase, Blight 2. Illusion Spinners is a 5-cost. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you control a fairy. Flying, this creature has Hexproof as long as it's untapped. It's a 4/3. Everstrike's Gift is a 1-cost enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. You can pay 2 to Blight 2. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Bitter Bloom Bear. There we go, baby. Another great, fantastic card. It's a 2-cost. Flash flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. It's a 1/1. We love to see it. Let's go, baby. Assert Perfection, Plains, and a Kithkin. Let's go. I'm so excited, dude. I think this was a fantastic box. I think both this and that Chocobo bundle have been really, really good. Overall, like, just great pulls overall. $32 on Bitter Bloom. Let's go, baby. So again, these are kind of like the higher end cards that are like our rares. We have Bitter Bloom. We got Temple Garden, Champion of Klatchan, Kinscar Sentry, Mutable Explorers. We have Dolmen Gate, Soul Motion, Mirror Mind Crown, Thoughtweft Lieutenant, Doran Besieged by Time, Champions of Shoal, a Johnny Outland Chaperone, Kinbinding, Eclipsed Elf, Tam Mindful First Year, Tristan Callous Cultivator, Sapling Nursery, Sunderfolk, Moonshadow, Champion of Path, Ashling Rekindled, Selfless Safe Right, Dawn Hand Dissident, Deep Channel Duelist, Abigail Eloquent First Year, Spine Rock Tyrant, Figure of Fable, Champion of Weird, Doran Besieged by Time, Lava Leaper, Ashling's Command, Oko Lorwyn Liege, Eclipse Bogart, Spine Rock Tyrant, Collective Inferno, Shadow Urchin, Dream Harvest, Hollowed Fountain, Hexing Squelcher, Formidable Speaker, and Harmonized Crescendo. Overall, I think it was a good box. I think it was kind of good. All right, I got to get some water. I got to go tell my kids to quit yelling. I'll be right back, chat, and we'll possibly open some more stuff. We'll talk about it in just a minute. BRB! You have to quit yelling. Like, I'm recording stuff, and like you got to quit yelling. All right, chat, here's the question. This is what we got to figure out. I have other stuff we can open. I can do some secret layers. I have the scene boxes from Final Fantasy and the scene boxes from Avatar to open. But I kind of think I want to leave those. I might leave those for the charity stream just so I have some like random boxes to open and random stuff to open. Do we want to do some secret layers or should we... Well, I want the packs out of the scene boxes. Because you get 3 packs each. So I have, for Final Fantasy, that means I have 12 more packs. And for Avatar, that means I have 6 packs. Like, everybody knows, like, the scene boxes, you're going to get the cards anyway. Like, I'll probably just open those, and I'll save the packs to be open. Do we want to open, should we open any secret layers? I kind of want to open the Last of Us ones, because my wife really wants to look at those. So, like, I feel like I need to open those ones. Should we open any others right now, or should we save some more? I have the secret layer encyclopedia too, but I think I'm going to save that. What are we thinking? So the only thing that sucks about the Secret Lair Sony ones is that they don't have, apparently they don't have bonus cards. It's like whatever you get's what you get. But we could do we could do the Last of Us cards. Do we want to do that? Does that sound like a good idea? I think they're a fun charity stream one. I would do Last of Us ones. Okay, I'll just do the Last of Us ones and the Twisted Metal ones, and we'll save everything else for charity, I guess. I need to open those Venom cards at some point, but you know that is a known meh game. People love Last of Us. Kick rocks. I haven't played the second one, but the first one people loved. All right, so let's go through this. All right, we're going to go through our Last of Us and our Soul Ring here for our Secret Lair. Mostly because my wife really wants to see these, but I'm just excited for these cards in general. As my cat just knocked over everything in my closet, which is great because I had a bunch of cards in there, but that's okay. All right, we have Ellie, Brickmaster, to kick this off. Okay, or it's going to mess with me and I'm not going to be able to open it. Are we for real right now? We are. We are actually for real right now. I didn't know it was possible to really dislike that, but I did. All right, so we have Ellie, Brickmaster. Distract the Horde. It's a 2-cost, distract the Horde. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, that attacking player creates a tapped 1/1 black fungus zombie creature token named Cordyceps Infected that's attacking that opponent. It has partner survivors. You can have 2 commanders if both have this ability. It's a 2/1. You have Joel, Resolute Survivor, as a 5-cost with Menace. Whenever this creature token dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Joel and draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. It has partner survivors as well. It's a 4/4. You have Cordyceps Extinction is a 2-cost. You can add 3 swamps. Threshold, add, what is that, 5 swamps instead if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard. You have Haunted One as a 3-cost. Commander, creatures you own have, whenever this creature becomes tapped, it and other creatures you control that share a creature type with it get +2/+0 and gain Undying until end of the turn. And then you have your Cordyceps Infected token. And then Wild Growth is a 1-cost enchanted land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional forest. All right, we then... Oh, this one wanted to open that way. Have the Twisted Metal card. All right, I don't know how many Twisted Metal fans we have. I don't know how many people played like the old Twisted Metal games. But I love Twisted Metal. I played it a ton as a kid. Maybe too much, some would say. And this is the Twisted Metal Soul Ring. You had 2 colorless, regular, good old Soul Ring cards, but I love that there was there was a nod to Twisted Metal in this Secret Lair set for Sony. That just kind of feels good to see. All right, our Last of Us 2 cards. Let's see what we get here. All right, we got Abby, Merciless Soldier as a 3-cost. Whenever you cast a spell, create a number of 1/1 black fungus zombie creature tokens named Cordyceps Infected equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Abby enters under the control of an opponent of your choice. It also has partnered survivors. It's a 4/4. You then have Ellie, Vengeful Hunter as a 3-cost. Pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature. Ellie deals 2 damage to target player and gains indestructible until end of the turn. Has partnered survivors as a 3/1. You then have Ellie's Rage as a 5-cost. Flash. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. You have Cordyceps Rat King as a 5-cost. Devour 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 green Sapperling creature token for each +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's a 4/4. We have the other Cordyceps Infected. And then we have Unleash Fury as a 2-cost. Double the power of a target creature until end of turn. So that is where we'll end our card opening tonight, chat. That is where we're going to stop. But it was a good time. That was fun. I had a blast. It's been a while since I've opened some cards. I opened some with the kids, but like I haven't been able to do videos and stuff as often as I would like. I haven't been doing as many like streams of it, so it was nice to get back to doing that. We'll get some stuff going for the charity event for sure, and I'll get some stuff opened up. I'm gonna BRB real quick, and then to kind of decide what to do from there, I gotta go get my cat out of my closet. Get out. Fucking knocked everything over, didn't you? Yep. All right. All right, chat. That was a fun time. Apparently, my cat didn't knock over as much as I thought. Also, I found out that my camera's been having issues because of the cord I was using. The cord I was using, anytime it got touched, my camera would just like go wacky and stop. Like it was not about it. So, glad to see I fixed that. That's really cool. And yeah, now we're kind of back and doing the thing. But we're gonna kind of just vibe. I think nothing too crazy. I really don't know if I have anything else to do tonight. I think I'm just going to kind of end it there. I might play some games off stream, but really and truly, I just appreciate everybody coming to hang out. I always love being able to open some Magic cards. I'll get some videos posted possibly of these over the next few days. I'm going to go through and I'll probably just cut the whole Lorwyn box of the video and the Chocobo box of the video and upload them separately. So if you want to go back and watch each separately, you'll be able to. And then I'll have the Last of Us cards as a short, most likely. Along with that, we have I'm working on a Spellcaster Chronicles video short that I'm going to post to help promote that title. I'm working on a Deadlock short of just Rem plays, and then I'll be doing a short, maybe 2 from last night with the Giannis plays I had, and then the Penta Suave got at the end of the night when we were playing Smite 2. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. If you enjoy Magic and you haven't been around, always feel free to come by, drop a follow, join the Discord, come talk with us about some Magic the Gathering. I know we're working on trying to figure out some Commander stuff, not just for the charity event, but just for stream in general, because that can be fun to do. We'll probably maybe do some Magic the Gathering sometime soon as well. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out. Take it easy, chat, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye!